cannot wait to hear about this. Lab-grown diamonds at QVC. Stunning. It is the marquee. And there is something so special, so wow about this 1.5 carat total weight, marquise cut, lab grown, gorgeous, stunning, all marquise cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It almost, I don't know, looks a little romantic and almost looks like a smile. We only have this one, so I'll put this on possibly later. It's like a custom jewelry house look. It is such a unique shape and style on this. 18-month special financing on the Q card brings it to about $88.90 a month. Let's bring in Michelle Lau, who has so many, I don't know, initials behind her name. GIA, AGP, DCA, certified diamonds, and girlfriend to all. Hi, Michelle.
Thank
nice to
you.
see you.
Hi, my
I love
pleasure.
that
It's always
color.
thank you. I'm in the mood for spring. You know, I want new things and sparkly things and shiny things, and this necklace is perfection.
It
I'm
is.
so thrilled that you have any at all to
Right.
share. Nancy, I mean, honestly, this is not an ordinary piece of jewelry. If you've ever been out shopping for engagement pieces, you know that when you start to flip over those tags on the marquise cuts, you get a little sticker shocked because they're usually 60% more
Wow.
than a traditional brilliant round. And it's because of the waste in the cut. But it was interesting that you mentioned that it reminded you of a smile, Nancy,
Yeah.
because
Or
that was
flowers.
actually the inspiration for this cut. This cut was done, oh gosh, the 18th century, way back, back in the time of Louis XV of France. And he was having a little, you know, a little something he maybe shouldn't have had with a mistress on the side. And her name was Antoinette Poisson, which means fish in French, which is kind of how I feel about the whole thing. But anyway, something stunk. But anyway, so they were having this torrid affair, and he was so in love with her and in love with her smile, that he commissioned a lapidary to cut a diamond in the shape of her beautiful white smile.
Wow.
So that's how it all came about. So he didn't care. Sky was the limit with the waste on the diamond material. But as you know, you and I pay for that in the marketplace. Traditionally, it's usually about 60% more. That is why Firelight lab-grown diamonds are the perfect way to buy marquise cuts, because you save so much with lab-grown diamonds.
So Michelle,
I think it's
tell
beautiful.
me about Firelight. I want to hear all about it.
Yeah, you know, I love it. I know you love diamonds as well, but here's the thing. You can get bigger, bolder, brighter diamonds that are just so much more clean for significantly less money, and that's before a clearance price. But I'm really not about that. That's kind of Nancy's gig. What I want you to know is when you've got a cleaner product and we can take you up 5 levels of clarity with Firelight, it means you're going to get more sparkle. You're going to get more shine. You're going to get more impact. And another tip for picking out marquise, you want the tip and the toe of those marquise cuts to be protected somehow.
Oh, yeah.
So I prefer a setting like this over a 4-prong setting any day of the week.
It is so gorgeous. Even our producer's like, wow. I mean,
It
that
really
on
is
somebody's
magnificent.
neck. And like you said,
Yes.
okay, here's some information, Michelle. Walk us through the difference between mine diamonds.
Well, people sometimes do ask me that. What's the difference between lab-grown diamonds and mined diamonds? And I sell both of them, and I love them both. They're both diamonds. First of all, they grow from the seed of a diamond, you know, whether from the earth or a lab. So they have the same chemical, physical, and optical properties, the same chemical composition, crystalline structure. Because they're both diamonds, they're both a 10 on the Mohs rating scale, which makes them scratch resistant. But one is grown in a laboratory. That would be Firelight, which you're looking at in this necklace. And the other brand, which I represent here, called Affinity, that comes from hundreds of miles beneath the Earth's crust. So how do you know which one to buy for you? Well, I buy both of them, and I buy them for different reasons. Like if I'm shopping for Affinity, I'm doing it because I want that connection with the piece of jewelry to Mother Nature. I like the history about that one, you know, that piece. I like the fact that it has been in the earth and a miracle of nature. I buy Firelight when I want a higher degree of clarity, when I really want a bigger stone.
Yes.
Sometimes I don't want a bigger stone. Sometimes I do. If I want a bigger stone, I come to Firelight because they're not going to be as rare as they would in Mother Nature, so they're significantly less expensive.
But
So
look at that
that's my 2 cents.
brilliance as well. And like you said, you get a little bit more, right? A little bit
A
better
lot.
value, I would say, a lot, right?
Right, you get
5
close to
stones.
60%
Mhm.
more. So if you had budgeted for about a 75-point necklace, you now can afford this 1.5 carat. So, that's to me the biggest benefit is getting the bigger diamonds for, and twice as much as what you would have been budgeting for.
And look at that clarity, look at that shine and brilliance. And then, do you want to walk us through the GIA?
Absolutely. So, the Gemological Institute of America, when lab grown diamonds first came into jewelry, they were going to classify them with two separate clarity and color scales. But after looking at them and discerning that they're diamonds through and through, they use the same scale, which makes sense because they are both diamonds. So, here's the real thing about firelight, though, is on the left-hand side. Our diamonds from the earth are in the I2 or better. So that's down, near the bottom of the chart. And we do that basically just to give our buyers more room to negotiate for you. But what we can do with firelight is we can take you up 5 physical steps in clarity. I can promise you VS plus. So where that red box is on the scale, it's that or higher, depending on the piece. And then the color we hold true at GH, which is near colorless. I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart,
Oh, it's
these are
stunning.
fancy cuts. Again, marquise are super expensive usually. This is doable. And it gives you the look of a lotus flower, which is a symbol of rebirth, perfect for Easter time. Lotus is a really unique flower that comes to life every night. It's in the muck and comes up pristine and perfect every day. It's a symbol of perseverance and strength. And I could go on, but
I know.
unfortunately, we don't have enough time. So just know that I love it. I
Very
fully
limited.
endorse it. I think it's a really special necklace.
Very, very limited on this. 1.5 carats, marquee cut, like she said. 18-month special financing brings it to about $88.90 a month, 14 karat gold, and the chain is about 19 inches to 17 inches on that chain, 14 karat gold as well. Thank you, Michelle. It is stunning. One day I'm going to tell
Thank
you
you,
about
Nan.
my lotus story.
Oh, I'd love to hear
I
it.
had
Yes, let's
okay,
do
I'll
that.
tell you. There was a
Over a
club
little
in
coffee.
Los
Oh, now.
Angeles named
Yes.
White Lotus, and it was named after me. So exactly what you said,
What?
Lotus.
What?
All right, I'll tell you more about it later.
You have to have